So you're going out to the Middle East now. Just to like backtrack before we jump into that travel itch. I mean, I'm from Canada. You're from the U.S. Most of us, the extent of our travels are the Caribbean, maybe Mexico. Growing up, were you traveling the world? Did you get to see that to get that itch to want to travel?
I honestly, we had, my parents, we come from a reasonably modest background. We're solid middle class, but, my mom, she didn't graduate high school, didn't get her GED. My dad was a car salesman, and he worked in restaurants and catering, and my mom worked in catering and restaurants as well. So growing up, we didn't really go on that many holidays. We went and visited my grandparents in Florida, every once in a while. And we had one big trip when I was maybe 13, 14 to go to Vegas and the Grand Canyon and stuff. So that was really the only trips I took as a kid, was a big one to Vegas. I remember it was Easter, and my mom won some money at the slot machines and brought up like $100 worth of candy to share with us. So that was quite cool. But yeah, no, the first time I ever left the country, I was 19 in university. I went on a ski trip to Canada, and back then you could just go on a driver's license because that's how old I am. So I didn't get a passport until I was 21. I studied abroad in the UK. The second I had a chance to get away and explore, I took it.
Yeah, it's usually that study abroad where you start to meet other people that have those experiences that really turns it on. I studied abroad in Australia for a year, and after that, it just made me realize, like, because the people you meet there too, you meet a lot of international students that are living all over the world. And their stories, you realize quick, like, why would I live in my home country? There's so much opportunity out there. Did you kind of get that experience? That itch might have came from studying abroad?
Yeah, I mean, I think it was always budding inside me before then. And this isn't to knock America or anything like that. I always, I love my family. I love where I come from, and being, American passport holder, I've been blessed. But this is a huge planet, and we only have one life. And I always just had the urge to see and learn as much as I possibly could. And, when I was in university, the kids from the English, it was Leeds University, they came over for a year and studied at Penn State, and then we would go and go over there. So I already had a friend base. I already had, a support network, and I had friends from my program coming with me. So, 6 or 7 of us, before the semester even started, we did, 6 or 8 weeks traveling around Spain, Italy, France, which, isn't that adventurous now that I'm 39 and all of that. But for, a 20-year-old kid, it was pretty wild back before you had cell phones and all of that. It was a nice first experience for, American dipping his toes in the travel.
And you look back at those travel, it's same with me at that time traveling, you really look back and think about it, like the Google Maps didn't work. Kind of, we had Lonely Planet, but it was much more raw. And if you enjoyed this content, we're doing 5 clips like this a week. If you want to watch the full podcast, click here.